I had back in it started around 206. I was mentioning my real mama, excuse me, Della Ann Knight. That's my real mama. She passed of November of that year. So after that year, they had Katrina there in New Orleans. So the crime happened when the levees broke, hurricane, it came to the Gulf Coast, Galveston, Texas City crime. So I went one evening during that time, pawn shop. Well, I didn't want to mention that, but I didn't want to eat. But after that, I told her to go to the apartment complex where we were living at in Texas City, Sundance apartment, while I went to Kroger's. I went to Kroger's and there was three African American dressed all in black. Apparently, they had a weapon with them. I don't know what kind of weapon. I think it was, of course, GUN gun. But by the time I came back, did my shopping, they were gone. So Mama was talking to me. I don't know how it was, but she told me to stay back. But I disobeyed her and said, I'm tough. I'm going to do this. So when I got down there in front of one of the restaurants, they stood, turned to me and asked me questions, sir. They went backwards. Do you have change for 10? No. Do you have change for 20? Nope. By the time we got back to the back where they do the delivery, one of them came in front of me with it upside down and waving it at me and doing profanity with the B word I can't say on here, and with the K word everybody knows. But and I'm asking my maker, I said, is this the day I'm going to see you? And lo and behold, that gun jammed. And he pistol whipped me right there behind that restaurant. Okay. Well, after he did that, I crawled through the walkway just to get into the parking lot to yell somebody's name. I don't know. I think it was a lady we know of other friends in there. And I just saw a, African lady, American African lady, female, all in white gown. I think she was the getaway, I believe. And they all got in that car and left. And I got up. There was a guy that came on a Diamondback. Man, if I knew that was them over there, I'd come over there and help you. I said, yeah, you're probably the one that rumored it and started it. So he left, man, I'll call you an ambulance. I said, no, don't worry about it. He called the ambulance. They came. I refused to get into the ambulance. My face was all, bloody, of course, because with the hit of the pistol whip. Out that day, I knocked on my front door, which it was 412. Like I said, I'm unknownable to know who I was. She didn't understand what happened. I told her. We walked back down there to show the manager, but one of the employees helped me get to the hospital. And they said it was just nothing. They thought they was going to have the UTMB specialist come and see if I might need some brain a skull to work. The gun broke my cheekbone and cracked some of my skull. But I didn't. They thought I'm gonna need surgery, but they said no. They just put staples on there and just let me release. 208. I think that event happened 207. 208 January. I got shot right in front of my apartment on Martin Luther King birthday. Okay, and I believe that's January. I don't know what actually date of Martin Luther King, but every time Martin Luther come around, Martin Luther King birthday, it's hard for me to celebrate, but I do it anyway. But I heard that knock on the door. We just came from a friend's house that we know, but after I got back, she sent her daughter that we know, and I sent her back because it was late. After that, that's when that knock came on the door. So when I opened the door, I didn't see nobody. Of course, I went to investigate. Of course, he's up there waiting on somebody else. He's in a trench coat, long black. I think he was kind of heavy set guy. I waited until he got down there face to face. I wished I'd not done that because that was a very, very interesting time of my life at that time. Because he turned around and opened that trench coat and he had a shot off shotgun. And I was really close to him to where he could have shot me right in my chest. And I probably wouldn't be here right now. But like I said, when he had that, I froze. Something told me to walk back to the apartment and go in. Well, I did that. Once I got back to the apartment, I just stood there. I don't know what I was waiting on, but I froze. But when I done that, immediately he fired that shotgun. I saw the fire, and that bullet in minutes hit my stomach. I felt it, and I was still standing. And of course, he ran like a coward. And then I went in, and we had one of them phones, office phone. We didn't have no cell phone. Okay, it was one of them office's phones. You know, and she grabbed it, put it on the ground. I fell on the floor of the carpet, and I told her to call 911. She called 911. They asked her what was her emergency. She told them that what had happened, that her future husband got shot and he's laying in the front room. They said, okay, ma'am, we're sending the authorities on, the paramedics and the police of Texas City police officers and all the EMS. They had came out. Of course, they entered in. They had everything blocked off. And of course, they had that light me all the way to UTMB there in Galveston, Texas. They got me on, they rolled me over, and the bullet had already came out of me. So they didn't have to go through surgery to get the bullet out, but they had to go into surgery to save my life in Galveston. So they got me out, got on the gurney, put me in the helicopter, and got me to the UTMB, which they worked on me, saved my life. I was in the intensive care, maybe not even an hour another day. They had to get me in the surgery room to see me. So I got out. Maybe they worked on me all night and got me back that next day in my room. So I don't know how many days I stayed in that hospital. 2010, I had some stuff happening there where right before 4th of July, they throwed a brick in my window. That's the first time I reported that. They said, call us if it happens again. Okay, sure enough. After the 4th of July, they threw the brick and almost hit us in the bedroom. And they didn't do anything. I don't think I that took any strong report about it. I mean, they did have evidence, but I mean, I guess it wasn't strong enough to file on it. So we decided to move out. I got one of the church members in one of the church areas to help me to move out of there. I don't know the church name, but once I got my money, I paid him to get a U-Haul and get us out. Because I didn't have my license. I didn't have no vehicle, so I didn't know who else could get me out of Texas City and bring me here in Texas. Here up here more in Texas, here in Killeen, Central Texas, that is. And once we got up here, remember 2010, I get up here, 2010 to 11, stayed not even with my mama, stopped at mama not even 2 months because she wanted me to look in the paper We got in the newspaper to find another place. So we finally got it, not even less than a month, moved in there. So we've been in there for 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16. Somewhere around there. Uh, they said I had enough to evict us. I don't know what we did to get evicted, but we lost the apartment, so we had to find another one. So about 2017 and 18, I was looking for this place. So I came and talked to the landlord here, and I said, "We need a place to stay. Can I get in here?" He said, "Do you have enough money to make?" By that time, there wasn't no academic. It wasn't know what's going on now. Nothing was high. It was like three something, and deposit I think was 200. So she gave me a chance. I moved in here. So that was around 2017, 2018. 19 came around, 2019, was at a church called Destiny World Outreach Center. Now look at the shirt that I'm wearing, right? It's called Feed the 5,000. That's what they do every November. And that's what I was doing. I was serving my Lord 2019. When I got done, I got shot again. That's right. Not even 12 years. Again, right out here in front of this apartment. Two African American shot me and this other guy that lived across the street from me. I was ministering him. He was a military. He got shot in the leg. I got shot in the stomach, well, down by the growing area. And the bullet is still in my buttock on the right side. I got up and got in the car. Okay. He backed out and went out. I didn't have my phone with me. He had his phone with him. I said, "Hey, we need to call the emergency people because we just got in the crime, you know." And he said, "Yeah, go ahead." So I used his phone, called 911. They asked, where's the crime at? I said, "We left the scene." So we had to turn around and go back to get him. Now, I didn't tell you what else happened before I went on with the story. When they shot us, they also shot the firewall in the truck. So the truck could have exploded while we was going, but it didn't. So that should let you know who was that. So we beat them here, the paramedics. We beat them here. We got back here. The police came out here. The lady, I fell right in my apartment door. She came up and hold the wound where it was at, and I kept asking her. Paige was in her chair. She was coming, trying to talk to me, crying. And I asked the police, I said, the lady, am I going to die? Am I going to die? She goes, "No, I think we'll be able to get here and get you to the ambulance, and they'll get you to the helicopter and get you to the hospital to save your life." Okay. Well, of course, I had a Dallas Cowboy jersey on. They cut that up. And I got it for my birthday that one year. So they got me in the gurney, put me in the ambulance, and they explained what they was going to do. So they took me in front of the bank, downtown Killeen, and I was waiting for them to prepare to put me in the helicopter. That was a strange thing because I don't like heights. So they put me in the helicopter, not about minutes after they put me in the helicopter. They said about 5 minutes, and then off we went. And then gone we went. And I could see lights. That's all I could see. And I was asking them, "How far are we now?" "Oh, we're not that far now." "Really?" "Yeah." So sooner or later, we was dropping down on that hospital building. And then they got me out. They took me in there. And once they took me in there, I asked them, one of them, if they can call Paige so I could talk to them, let her know that I'm going into surgery. and stuff like that, and pray for me and stuff like that. After that, they knocked me out, got me that anesthesia or whatever, and went through surgery again. That was Scott and White there in Temple. And again, my name is Mr. Shawn Lester, and that's my life story.